I should be live. Let's see. Okay, test 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, perfect. That. There we go. Sorry, but there's a kitty in my lap already. There is. Okay, so this last weekend I did a little bit more of the tutorial stuff for Eve. I finished out a lot of the mining and production stuff, and I'm just starting some of the combat stuff. So, let's see how this goes out. So let's see. We just went and took care of someone that was being blackmailed. Was the last one that I'd done. But let's see. I've just the thing you want. We've discovered the headquarters of the pirate group you've dispatched in your last mission. It's time to take them out for good. I'm going to give you a frigate loaded with proximity-based explosive charges, and your job is to fly it directly to their headquarters. As your frigate explodes, you'll be perfectly safe inside your capsule, so just relax and get back to me when you're done. I was about to say, I hope it doesn't kill me because, what's it called? I have a bunch of implants that I used on my character recently. So I have to switch over to this vigil. So let's board this ship. Let's check out the fitting that I have on it already. Alright, so there is nothing fitted on it. And I don't think I got any new inventory. So I think all I'm supposed to do is take this and fly to this site. Alright, so let's see how this works.
Warp drive active.
Making sure there were no proximity charges inside.
active. Warp drive active.
Not sure what the point of that mission was. It didn't really teach anything.
Docking permission requested. Docking request accepted.
Good work. You've now seen for yourself that losing a ship isn't the end of the world. Caps leaders have a saying, don't fly what you can't afford to lose. If you stick to affordable ships and modules, you'll be able to learn without risking everything you own. When you're ready for another assignment, let me know. Alright. Something just came up that's right up your alley. Next up is a kind of interdiction called warp disruption. When activated on another targeted ship, these kinds of modules tackle it, disabling its warp drive. Tackling only works if you keep the target within your module's range and can overpower its warp strength. A warp disruptor lowers a ship's warp strength by 1, while more powerful warp scramblers reduce it by 2. I'll give you a civilian warp disruptor to test out on a pirate that escaped from the headquarters you just blew up. Hit him down, but don't blow him up. So the objective is to find the fleeing pirate and activate your civilian warp disruptor on him, preventing an escape. You are authorized to kill any escort vessels at sea, but not the primary target. Alright, so need to get back to the ship hangar. Let's board this ship. And I need to change the fitting to use the tackler. Let's see. So it's a 2-spotter. Guess I'll take out the bonus on the radar detection. That. Right.
Warp drive active.
Okay, so at least I kept my afterburners on. else. What is my range? 20 kilometers. So all I need to do is lock him down and not kill him. Now I can hit back. Seems very realistic.
Warp drive active. Docking permission requested. Docking request accepted.
Nicely done. It looks like our pirate friends got the message loud and clear. Hopefully you understand the basics of warp disruption now. There's more to it, of course, but regardless of how each different type of module works, the principle is always the same. Pin them down and keep them there. Next up, I want to show you something a little more on the defensive end of things. Let me know when you're ready for the next assignment. A vessel nearby was attacked by pirates, and the only survivor left for dead in a disabled vessel. We need you to repair his ship with remote shield booster modules so he can return to safety. Let me stress again that you are to repair the vessel, not blow it up. I know you Capsuleers have an itchy trigger finger at the best of times. So I'll need to equip this remote shield booster. I was supposed to have a shield booster. No. This is a... Oh, it's a actual... So we'll take off one of our cannons. Put on the shield booster.
There is already something in that location.
Feel it on the TLG
Ooh, that pretty close to maxes me out. CPU. Let's see, when's my next skill? 2 hours on shield upgrades. Dock. For the most part, I probably will never need this warp disruptor because NPCs almost always will fight until they're dead.
Warp drive active.
I don't think I've ever really seen them run away. And I don't do PvP. Basic systems are operational once again. We have functional warp drives thanks to pilot IU-1. I'm getting out of here.
Warp drive active.
I so rarely used like shield boosters and things to repair others because I normally play alone. So I normally have it set up for myself.
Docking permission requested. Docking request accepted.
So I still have the rest of these combat ones, and then I still have the entire exploration track to do too, which would be, or the explorer. Yeah. The good work out there. Our agent reported a safe journey back home. I hope you've come to learn something in the process too. I arranged for a skill book to be made available to you as a reward. If you're interested in the use of the shield transfer modules, then you'll want to train it up eventually. Okay, so we'll just inject the skill for now, but have it available. This. So here's a mission suited for someone of your caliber. Alright, this next assignment is going to test your nerves. We're sending you to a much larger and better defended pirate base. It is unlikely you will defeat all of their forces, just put up the best fight you can before being destroyed. I'll provide you with a combat frigate, but you'll have to fit it with your own modules. I'd keep the fittings cheap. You're not expecting to come out of this intact, although we do expect you to make it at least one kill. Let me stress this point. We want you to kill at least one pirate and then hold out as long as you can, so you may not leave the area until your ship has been destroyed or by some miracle you survive the fight. Use the frigate I'm giving you, since if you lose your own, I'm not going to replace it. So you need to make a stand at the pirate base, destroying at least one ship and survive as long as you can. And he's giving me a rifter. Alright. So, let's see. Let's activate this new ship. Sacrificial. The ship. Alright, so I want open up the market. Want the blueprints, shipment, turrets, launchers. Projectile turrets. Use auto cannons. There's a 125 that's pretty cheap. Whew, not that one. Ah, there we go. Those are all fairly cheap. I get 3 turrets. We'll take you, and you're the next cheapest that's here. Now I need an ammunition fort.
Members of Murder Tribe invite all Batari to join them in a vigil for the fallen.
Alright.
Contact your local field office for details.
It's kind of expensive. Wait, that's the wrong thing. Okay, carbonized lead is pretty cheap at 7. Yep. Kind of sucks that it's gonna run out this station because I don't want to pay 44. EMP 44, fusion 25, nuclear. Oh, sweet. The 0014. That's not very strong. Phased plasma. This titanium silo, what's it going for? A 6.2. Kinetic and explosive. Yeah, so I'll grab 1,000 of this. 15,000. And I like the depleted uranium, so I'll take the last 96 of this. Alright. Now I need a what is it? Mustache is annoying in my nose. Let's see, I want an afterburner. I think I had a civilian afterburner. Or one. How much are you? 8, 9. Yeah. It's actually cheaper. Right. The afterburner. Like the web. Basis web of fire. 45. Dang. Attributes requirement. I have all the requirements. Need a armor repair. Shield repair. Oh, that's not even local. I hope the other item I bought was... Right. So let's see what I can bit. So I picked up 3 Gatlings. Oh, I had one already in my inventory. An afterburner, which I actually have spare. Here. Web of fire.
Lies beyond the limits of the possible. Endless creation, bringing dreams to reality through homegrown public innovations.
Let's see. Armor repair. Explosive shield hardener. Civilian explosive. Ah, dang, there, none around. Alright. Okay, so I am going to take actually enough to fill up each gun. Actually, some bleed out. Split. Alright. Should be enough to get me at least 1 kill. Alright. See. What's the time on the... Okay, so I can even run the this with the repair on the full time.
Warp drive active. Warp drive active.
Alright. So far we got 1 mercenary fighter. I really do wish I brought more ammo just in case, but... What is my range? About 25 kilometers. Ooh. can't target anything. They're hitting me with massive sensor dampening, so I can't do anything.
Drive active.
Yeah, I was expecting them to at least let me get a chance to get a fight in. But they had 7 or 8 people hitting me with sensor dampeners, so I couldn't lock onto anything. And then 3 of them had me with webifiers, so I couldn't move.
Docking permission requested. Docking request accepted.
Hey, not bad. You did well out there against overwhelming odds. Hopefully that allowed you to wrestle with the threat of ship loss. In the early days, you probably won't find yourself in such challenging situations, but it's helpful to know how to face them. Whether you lose a ship or not, you can always rise to the next challenge. Something just came up that's right up your alley. Welcome back. Now that we're going for speed, you're going to use 2 types of active propulsion modules, afterburners and their bigger brother, micro warp drives. We're about to teach you how to use afterburners. Use your afterburner to travel quickly through the electromagnetic disturbance to the asteroid colony. And what's the restriction? Pretty much probably have to be in just any ship. Alright. This gave me another afterburner. Let's activate that ship.
Warp drive active.
Once you enter the next area, you should see an asteroid station. Head to it as quickly as you can. The area surrounding will be dangerous, but once you make it, the station itself, you'll be safe. Just curious.
Warp drive active.
Fusion. figure out why that's not showing on my own. Never seen turbulent storm damage.
Warp drive active. Docking permission requested. Docking request
Actually
accepted.
transferred money for me losing those ships, even though I never insured them. So, good work. You made it through the Gauntlet Live. You should take a moment to consider all that you've learned so far and how it all ties together. No module works in isolation. Warp scramblers, for example, the close-range interdiction modules don't work well unless you can close in on your enemy, and for that you need an afterburner. Similarly, if you're using a warp disruptor, the long-range variants, you'll perhaps want to keep your enemy away from you. So again, afterburners provide useful dictating range. Dictating range is a crucial aspect of any engagement. When you are tackling, it becomes particularly important. And I have just one thing you want. We Minmatar use projectile guns, the best option of all. We don't need any capacitor to fire our weapons, unlike Amar lasers, which can run a ship dry of capacitor in a matter of minutes. We also have the best weapons for skirmish tactics, allowing us to hit and run with ease. Use your civilian Gatling autocannon to destroy the pirate. Seems kind of silly. Alright, so swap out that. You out. Put you in. Right. So I just have to remember to use the civilian version, I guess. I don't feel like uninstalling everything else.
Warp drive active.
She got a micro warp drive. It's an item.
Warp drive active.
How long have I been? About 42 22, so about 15 more minutes. I might be able to finish this chain at this rate.
Docking permission requested.
As quick as these are.
Docking request accepted.
Like, some of the other ones took almost like 15 minutes in themselves. Excellent work out there. Ideally, you've built a little on your understanding of our nation's warfare methods. Just keep in mind that if you prefer one system over another, you can always train into it. None of the empires restrict access to their weapons technology. Of course, Minmatar weapons work best on Minmatar ships, which often give exclusive bonuses to fitting projectile weapons. So if you tend to like any other type of weapon system, then chances are you'll want to train or cross-train that race's starships as well. And something just came up that's right up your alley. Fleet warfare is common in New Eden, and in any fleet, the fleet commander, often referred to as the FC, is the most important voice to listen to. For your next assignment, you will join one of our local anti-piracy fleets as auxiliary support for a hostage rescue. You will take orders from the local Concord FC, and your job will be explained to you once you arrive at the perimeter of the base. Follow the instructions carefully. The lives of those hostages and the completion of your own training depends on it. So we need to come back with 10 hostages and then follow the commands. So I am going to switch my fittings back. Put the real gun back here. I got plenty of ammunition. And that's the depleted uranium, so we can just load that right now. Dock.
Warp drive active.
Activate the acceleration gate. I've ordered the fleet to hold its ground for the time being, but we're going to send you in to recover the hostages shortly. Move out to the next area where the pirates are. They're expecting a negotiator, but we're sending you instead. You are not to engage unless I give you an order. We need to maintain an appearance of peaceful negotiation until the safety of the hostages can be confirmed. Alright, good work. In a moment, we're going to request that the pirates relocate the hostages to the prison facility you should see up ahead, so that we can verify their safety. The moment that they've done that, I want you to charge towards that prison and get them out. Do not fire on anyone or anything. Your only objective is a safe rescue of the hostages. Once their recovery is confirmed, we'll deal with the scumbags ourselves. Sit tight and await for the go order. After bring her off. Oh. Get back.
Warp drive active. Docking permission requested. Docking request accepted.
Alright.
Write your own legend amongst the stars. Command a fleet. Join the Liberation.
Well done out there. You followed your orders as I hoped you would. There's a lot more to being a competent fleet pilot, of course. But so often it is these simple lessons that are forgotten the fastest. Discipline counts for a great deal. Right. Mission 9. 10. Sure, I've got something. We're returning to interdiction tactics by having you test out a stasis webifier module. When activated on a target ship, the stasis webifier will encase it in a containment field and slow it down dramatically. Time for you to see for yourself. We chased a pirate down to a nearby hideout, and we want you to pin him down. We'll provide you with a civilian stasis webifier, and you may want to fit an afterburner too. Use the stasis webifier to corner your pirate, and then interrogate him. Let's see. So I have one that I actually found earlier on. But make sure I do have it still fitted. Yep. I have a stasis webifier 1, not just a civilian. Hope I don't have to activate a civilian one.
Warp drive active.
What's the range on this? 10 kilometers. Right. Range. Activating.
Warp drive active.
I really want to blow him up. Like it.
Docking permission requested. Docking request accepted.
Right. Nicely done. You applied just the right amount of firepower necessary, which I didn't do anything. Something which can often yield more than outright slaughter. You've completed your training with us. Once you're done, we plan to recommend you to our nation's Capsuleer Militia, the Tribal Liberation Force. What you've learned from us would be quickly overshadowed by what you could learn while fighting for your brothers and sisters. You might think money would be a more suitable reward, but reputation matters a great deal in New Eden. So does finding somewhere where you can call home. To belong to the Liberation Force, though, you must prove yourself as a combat pilot. That is what lies ahead. Get a combat ship outfitted and get yourself ready for a fight. So the exam, 10 of 10. Here's a mission suited for someone of your caliber, right? All right, time to apply everything you've learned. One of our patrols has spotted a group of suspicious vessels heading towards a local pleasure hub. One of its pilots is a known terrorist responsible for dozens of station bombing. A Concord raid would alert them too early and we risk the terrorist escaping. We need this murderer taken out. While we have his location, so you must move in by yourself and assassinate him. Kill the terrorist leader inside the pleasure hub. Okay, so what have I got? Check the skill. Civilian stasis. Everything. Alright. So let's dock.
Members of Murder Tribe.
Warp the site.
Warp drive active.
Scanners are picking up 3 hostiles moving into their ships. Now looks like they've noticed you. Good luck. Here's Alright, got 3 enemies targeted. There's leaders there. Ooh. Speed. Alright, weapon fire. I was splitting my targeting, but I'm gonna target everything on him. Alright, so I'm getting into his armor now. I wish I had that explosive. Oh, I do have some resistance. Okay, he's taken out. I gotta get ready to replace ammo.
Our module has run out of charges.
Loading. No. He's taken out. And nothing on the ship. Make up ground on him. Activating afterburners for a split second. Go. Within 5 kilometers, time to use my guns. It's taken out, and nothing but harvest. And that is it. What did I get? Can't use this, but it's target painting. What does this do?
drive active.
So 30-kilometer range to target something. With a fall of 75 kilometers? Kind of crazy. But I don't have the skills for it.
Docking permission requested. Docking request accepted.
Excellent work. You've proven you know how to handle yourself in deadly situations. We can always use good pilots like yourself. You should consider enlisting in factional warfare where you can fight alongside other pilots pledged to the Republic. If instead you'd rather broaden your skills, you can start a conversation with any of my fellow career agents right here in the station. Whatever you choose to do next, thank you for the help you've given us. Fly safe. So the last one that I have is this Explorer, which I'll do on the next round. But I want to see the ship that I just got. It's Thrasher. Fittings we have. Holy crikey. I think I don't have permission to really use this yet. I need the Minmatar Destroyer skill. And Frigate 3 I need trained up too. Let's see. We'll add that to the queue, so now my skills should have Frigate 3. Yeah, so Frigate 3 there. Then I just added Destroyer 1, so when this cycle ends, I'll have, be able to use this ship. So I'll hold off on actually using it for now. Let's see. I want to set up. So the industrial producer is done. Everything's slated for that. Everything's slated for those two. And then manufacturing, and then salvager. What am I missing? I'm missing 3 skill books. Or 3, I'm missing, missing more than 3. Why would they have me using Caldari frigates? And my character's Minmatar for destroyers at that. I'll have to hold off on those. So the Explorer will be the next track. So let's see. completing missions. I got a bunch of stuff. Disk, 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 disk. So this gives me through the 20th. So it gives 4 days of use. Like, in this bundle. So acceleration control skill. Skill. Do I already have this skill? Oh.
Wonder. Feeling on TLG hub.
I can probably sell that at some point. Alright, let's stack everything. I can.
Instructions onto the latest Atari innovation without compromising the natural beauty of our colony. Built for the future.
Until I can stack. If I can downgrade. Yeah, I can. I was hoping you could downgrade this to be able to stack it.
Don't be a reckless material. Safe, salvage, and survive.
Right. Okay, so the next one, the floor. Alright, so this is just completing the missions. That's scanning, hacking, advanced hacking, wormholes, gas sites, combat sites, navigation, advanced navigation, project discovery.
Gives you the boost you need to keep going around the clock.
Hopefully they go into detail on how to do those. Do I want to track?
Why just see the cluster when you can help build it?
Track. Right. Yeah, so it looks like they changed this training queue too. It used to be if you paid, you could get like 1 week or something like that of training time, and now it's based on this training queue points.
Report them to Republic authorities.
That's new.
Put a stop to corruption.
Alright. So we will switch back to my other ship. So, one low power slot that I can. Twos. That's no twos. I already got the overdrive injector. Expanded cargo hold, but I don't. So I lose structural hit points, but I gain velocity. Okay. Alright, so I think I shall call it here for tonight, since I'm now pretty much done. Why does it think I... Oh, it's my cargo hold, which is actually that. Oh, this that's a 2. What's this? Boost shield resistance against EM damage. Not sure how much EM damage I take. See if it gives any others. Oh, it gives a lot of resistance to EM damage, but I need, let's, 130,000, yeah, why not? We'll move all you into inventory. Step all. And so the next set of quests, I will start talking with this guy. But till then, have a good one. Go ahead, unclaimed reward. Get skill. Not have Amar. Oh, Amar frigate.